The inaugural Nations Championship Southern Series has officially come to an end, and after 18 intense test matches played across just 2 weeks, rugby fans have been treated to unforgettable moments, outstanding individual performances, dramatic contests, and a few unexpected twists that kept the tournament exciting from start to finish. While every participating nation produced memorable highlights, one team consistently stood above the rest. South Africa emerged as the standout side of the series, completing the competition with 3 impressive victories while also rotating their squad more than almost anyone expected. The Springboks defeated England, overcame a determined Scotland, and then finished the campaign with a dominant victory over Wales, scoring an incredible 130 points while conceding only 49. What made their achievement even more impressive was the depth of talent on display. Different players stepped into the starting lineup throughout the tournament without affecting the team's overall performance, showing why South Africa continues to be regarded as one of the strongest rugby nations in the world. Their consistency, physicality, and tactical flexibility made them worthy winners of the unofficial team honors. Behind that success was head coach Rassie Erasmus, whose management throughout the tournament drew widespread praise. Instead of relying on the same starting lineup, Erasmus made significant changes between matches, trusting new combinations and giving opportunities to different players while maintaining an exceptionally high standard. Making 10 changes after defeating England and still producing another convincing victory highlighted the incredible depth available to South African rugby. His approach demonstrated not only confidence in his squad but also long-term planning ahead of future international competitions. Although Gregor Townsend also earned admiration after guiding Scotland to impressive performances against both Argentina and South Africa, Erasmus' ability to rotate extensively while remaining unbeaten ultimately made his coaching campaign one of the tournament's biggest success stories. Individual brilliance also defined this Southern Series, and few players influenced matches as consistently as Pieter-Steph du Toit. Throughout the competition he adapted to multiple responsibilities within the Springbok squad, shifting roles depending on the team's needs while maintaining exceptional standards in defense, leadership and work rate. Whether packing down in unfamiliar positions or leading from the front with relentless physicality, Du Toit remained one of the most dependable players on the field. His performances showcased not only experience but remarkable versatility, making him one of the tournament's most complete players. Close behind him was Warner Dearns, whose performances for Japan continued to enhance his growing international reputation. The towering captain contributed far more than traditional second-row duties, consistently carrying the ball, breaking defensive lines, and leading by example throughout Japan's campaign even in defeat. Dearns delivered performances that highlighted his importance to the Brave Blossoms and confirmed why he continues to be regarded as one of the most exciting forwards in international rugby. One of the biggest stories of the tournament came from the rapid rise of Paul de Villiers. Initially stepping into the starting lineup under unexpected circumstances, de Villiers quickly transformed from a late replacement into one of South Africa's most influential new faces. His ability at the breakdown, strong defensive work, intelligent positioning and confidence with the ball immediately caught attention. Rather than simply making tackles, he influenced matches through decisive moments that shifted momentum in South Africa's favor. His impressive emergence has now created healthy competition within an already world-class Springbok back row, providing selectors with another valuable option for future tests. Among all 18 matches played during the Southern Series, one contest stood above the rest for pure entertainment. South Africa's thrilling encounter against Scotland delivered everything rugby supporters could hope for. The Springboks raced into an early lead, only for Scotland to fight back and level the scores before halftime. Momentum continued swinging throughout the second half as both teams produced periods of excellent attacking rugby. Even after South Africa regained control, Scotland refused to disappear, closing the gap late and keeping the result uncertain until the closing minutes. While the Springboks eventually secured victory, Scotland's resilience earned widespread respect and proved they could compete with the very best sides in the world. Another major talking point arrived through Japan's remarkable victory over Italy. Entering the competition as invited participants, Japan demonstrated discipline, organization, and determination to record an impressive 17-point win. Holding Italy to only 10 points highlighted the Brave Blossoms' defensive improvement, while their confident attacking play reflected the progress Japanese rugby has made in recent years. The victory represented far more than a single result. It showed that Japan remains capable of challenging established rugby nations on the international stage. Spectacular moments also filled the tournament, and one unforgettable sequence perfectly captured South Africa's unique athleticism. During a restart, prop Bowen Venter lifted the towering Cobus Wies high into the air to secure possession before Wies charged forward through multiple defenders in an extraordinary display of power and teamwork. It became one of those highlights that immediately spread across rugby discussions, reminding fans why the Springboks continue to innovate even in fundamental areas of the game. Meanwhile, France produced one of the tournament's finest attacking moments despite narrowly losing to New Zealand. Theo Adesag finished an outstanding team move with remarkable pace and composure, completing a try that showcased France's creativity under pressure. Although the result ultimately favored New Zealand, moments like that demonstrated the attacking quality still present within the French squad. Scotland also surprised many observers during the Southern Series with an impressive high-scoring victory over Argentina. Winning away from home is never simple, but Scotland's attacking performance showed confidence, speed, and excellent execution. Scoring 47 points against a traditionally competitive Argentine side represented one of the competition's biggest surprises and reinforced Scotland's growing confidence against leading international opposition. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Italy endured a difficult tournament. 3 consecutive defeats, combined with defensive struggles and disciplinary setbacks, made for a challenging campaign. Despite moments of determination, the Azzurri were unable to build sustained momentum, leaving significant work ahead before their next international fixtures. Off the field, one of the most inspiring stories belonged to the Fiji Rugby Union. Rather than hosting home fixtures in Fiji due to stadium capacity limitations, they organized matches in the United Kingdom, creating celebrations of Fijian rugby while also generating substantial revenue to support long-term development back home. Their efforts reflected careful planning and commitment to strengthening the future of rugby in Fiji, showing that success can sometimes be measured beyond the scoreboard. The Southern Series also delivered its share of unusual moments that quickly became talking points across the rugby community. Marco Riccioni received one of the tournament's most unusual red cards after becoming involved in an incident while already off the field wearing a tracksuit. It was an unexpected moment that immediately drew widespread attention due to its rarity. Elsewhere, Henry Pollock became part of pre-match conversations after a light-hearted interaction with local supporters during England's visit to Argentina generated plenty of discussion before the action even began. Once the match started, however, attention quickly returned to rugby itself as England produced another strong performance. Argentina also experienced an emotionally intense week across multiple sporting events involving both football and rugby, creating an atmosphere unlike any other during the tournament. Passionate crowds, dramatic finishes, and unforgettable sporting moments combined to produce one of the busiest and most memorable weeks in recent Argentine sporting history. As the curtain falls on the Southern Series, the inaugural Nations Championship has already demonstrated enormous potential. It delivered elite competition, introduced exciting new talent, showcased established superstars, and provided supporters around the world with high-quality international rugby almost every day. South Africa may leave as the unofficial champions of this stage, but nearly every participating nation produced moments worth remembering. The performances of emerging stars, the tactical battles between world-class coaches, and the unpredictable nature of international rugby all combined to create a tournament that exceeded expectations. With even bigger challenges waiting later in the championship, fans now have every reason to look forward to the next chapter. If the opening Southern Series is any indication, the Nations Championship is already establishing itself as one of rugby's most exciting annual competitions, promising many more unforgettable stories in the seasons ahead.